Hey, stop what you're doing. You're going to want to hear this. If you've been around professional sports rehabilitation and performance, then you most likely know who Brett Fisher is. He's a seasoned professional, and as a physical therapist and athletic trainer, he's made a massive impact in the area of sports injury management, rehabilitation, and performance. He's currently with Arizona Cardinals, and even with his level of expertise and experience, he's still constantly learning. As an experienced dry needling professional, he just took one of our Hobbs Master Needling courses and was blown away by how he was impacted by learning the dynamic integrative needling system. Listen in so you know what to expect from a weekend course with us.
I'm totally amazed by what I learned this weekend. It really filled in the gaps for me of dry needling, of what I was missing, things I always questioned and thought about, but to put these pieces together is amazing for me. I'm excited because it's like putting more tools in my toolbox. But behind that, there's clinical reasoning on why we're doing what we're doing. It's not just sticking needles into an area, but how can we affect certain areas distally, locally, and through myotones, dermatones, for the first time. It totally makes sense. And I'm so excited to be able to use these tools that I learned from IMET this weekend for my patients. And I think another thing that I learned this weekend that I felt like I should have learned in other courses from other people is just the basic body positioning of me as a therapist applying the needles and how I approach that and the angles that I go in. It's not just about reading a chart and putting in areas that are tight or following acupuncture points or things like that. But really, what is your intent? What is the purpose? What is the rationale? And where is the anatomy? And putting all those factors together for the first time for me is revolutionary. The minute he walked into the room, I knew there was something special about him. His approach, you could tell he works from the trenches, meaning sometimes there's people who teach things that are professors and they're very clinical and they never touch a patient. This guy's been through it, and the stories and the way he relates and how he respects patients and how he approaches people, respect them, number one, to know their anatomy, and everyone's different, and every case is different. To see that and to see the clinical reasoning behind those and then apply them, you can tell that he is world-renowned. And when I had a chance to study with him for 2 days, I felt so honored and fortunate to be in his presence because I learned so much from someone who's been there. So I'm very thankful. I will highly recommend taking the IMET seminars.
I hope that encourages you to go deeper on your dry needling journey. If it does, we'd love to be a part of that journey. Check out our course dates or send us a message if you desire to bring the dynamic integrated needling system to your organization. We hope to see you soon.